May 22, 2024 was a turbulent day for the online celebrity community in China. Many famous vloggers known for flaunting their wealth had their accounts suspended one after another. They were removed overnight and disappeared without a trace. The account named Wang Hong Chuanxing was one of the first among Chinese online celebrities to flaunt their wealth blatantly. He has been showing off for more than 3 years. That is until May 21, 2024, when his Douyin account with 4.37 million followers was suspended. So were his Weibo and Shanghongshu accounts. This online celebrity claimed to be Fu Er Dai, or the rich second generation. It means Chinese born into families of high socioeconomic status who inherited their wealth but didn't create it. His usual life is non-stop shopping, and while at it, he promotes some items he considers to be good to his friends and followers. Those items range from jewelry to skincare products. He once boasted that he wouldn't leave the house without having an 8-figure sum. He is covered in jewelry every day. He is marketed online as the only way to get a glimpse of high society. The life he has shown is beyond the imagination of ordinary people. His clothes are customized, and bags that cost hundreds of thousands of yuan are displayed all over his walls. He wears all kinds of emeralds on his body, and any piece costs nearly $10 million. He attends all the exhibitions of major brands of luxury jewelry, accessing their VIP rooms. He goes to the auction house often and takes bids actively. He is a guest at the homes of the rich and famous and invites celebrities to his home for dinner, interacting with famous movie stars and directors. He shows off his mansion and a number of luxury cars. He revealed that he owns 7 mansions in Beijing. Here is what he called his first small house.
神神叨叨的。
你过来看嘛，欢迎客看，这边是大游泳池，好多人在游泳。然后这边就是客厅了。
His largest one is nearly 1,000 square meters. Most of the properties are vacant as he doesn't want to rent them out but has no time to live in them. He runs a second-hand luxury goods store next to a shopping center in Beijing, where most of the bags are Hermes bags with a very wide range of styles, thus attracting a large number of high-spending customers. Before we continue, let me introduce you to my favorite brand of tea, Wild Orchard. I always brew a pot of these magical leaves while writing or recording. The natural aroma and sweet, pure flavor instantly rejuvenates me, making me feel like I've returned to nature. Here is why I love Wild Orchard. First, in the bustling city of New York, 2 Michelin-starred restaurants serve this tea. One of them is Atomix, a 2-star establishment that ranks 8th out of the top 50 restaurants in the world. Atomix's stringent standards for ingredients give me great confidence in Wild Orchard's quality. Second, Wild Orchard is a Grand Slam winner in the tea industry, winning numerous prestigious awards, including the 2024 World Tea Expo Beverage Challenge in the USA, and the 2022 Leafies and 2022 Great Taste Awards in the UK. Third, Wild Orchard is the first tea to earn the Regenerative Organic certification, which surpasses USDA organic standards in both strictness and richness of criteria. Wild Orchard uses eco-friendly production methods, avoiding pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and other chemicals. They rely on natural rainwater for irrigation and manage their tea plantation with a nature thrives philosophy, creating a harmonious ecological home for various species. This natural approach ensures that Wild Orchard's tea trees produce the most authentic and delicious tea. If you're a tea enthusiast, check out the top links in the description or comment section to purchase Wild Orchard tea. Use the exclusive coupon code ChinaInsights15 for extra savings. Now, let's get back to business. According to Tianyan Cha, a large data technology service company in China, there are 4 companies under his name, mainly engaged in jewelry, leather goods, stationery, etc. Chinese people have been curious how this individual operates and where he gets his money. If he is Fu Er Dai, the rich second generation, how come he doesn't promote his family's brand? Now the mystery has been gradually unveiled. Netizens have dug deeper and discovered that he was born in 1993 and wasn't any Fu Er Dai at all. He graduated from junior high school and started working at an early age. He became a group actor at the age of 14. Later, he changed careers and became an assistant in the plastic surgery department of a hospital, probably a sales job. The 7 properties he claimed to own are suspected to be rented. His expensive rings and jewelry were all borrowed because he had worked in the medical beauty industry and met some rich women. These women regarded him as a younger brother and were willing to lend him their jewelry to support his appearance, which he later returned. As many pieces of jewelry are unique with only one set available in the world and some are custom-made, many people were fooled by him. Wang Hong Chunxing has an offline counter that sells luxury goods, but the store owner isn't him but someone else. Wang is just a stand-in. Moreover, there are problems with the company's registered capital and insurance registration and 0 insured people under the company, and the promised contribution capital of 50 million yuan isn't due until 2050. So the alleged business is just an empty shell. In other words, this online celebrity's wealth is fake. He uses his fake wealth to increase his credibility and attractiveness while live streaming to sell stuff. Some people complained that the stuff Wang sold was lousy, and a lot of the jewelry he wore were mostly fakes. But flaunting wealth did bring wealth to Mr. Wang. Chinese media reported that he had 13 live streams in the past 3 months where he sold stuff. He had sales of more than 25 million yuan, or about 3.5 million. In November and December 2022, he had 22 live streams, and his cumulative monthly sales was about 7 to 10 million. Another online celebrity who was banned at the same time for the same reason is Mr. Bai. He claimed to be a Chinese American who was engaged in import and export trade and earned more than US $240,000 a month. He said that although his gender was male, there was a Nordic noblewoman living in his heart. He normally wore designer clothes and drove a Porsche 911. For his 25th birthday, he had a Rolls-Royce Cullinan custom made for him. The video shows that he is generous in buying gifts for his family as well. On Valentine's Day, he took his mother shopping at LV, spending a year's salary for an average person, and his gift to his father was a Mercedes-Benz. He was either buying or on his way to buying something every day. The video showed him traveling around the world in first class, shopping at luxury stores in various countries with a seemingly endless appetite for shopping. It looks like his love for Hermes was even more to the point of obsession, often sharing the unboxing ritual of his Hermes. The kicker is that along with these activities, he markets the items he uses to his fans. This person moved onto the Douyin platform in March 2020 and has posted 225 short videos with 859,000 followers. While his fan size hasn't yet passed the million level, this person's fame is known all over the web. His name has also come up as a regular on Weibo's hot searches and has attracted a lot of onlookers. Surely, 99.9% of this online celebrity's riches are likely to be fake. Searching for this person on Baidu, the equivalent of Google in China, one can find the following description. This person later changed his name to Wang Zibai. He sold fake goods to fans on Xiaohongshu and was exposed. However, the historical records have been deleted and not saved. Now he has changed his identity to Mr. Bai and went to Douyin to set up a persona of a noble woman to sell stuff. The Douyin livestream sells low-end goods. If you believe it, just go ahead and buy it. Also banned on May 21st was the online celebrity abalone family sister. Abalone is a highly prized dish on seafood menus. This wealthy woman is the only online rich show-off whose authenticity hasn't been determined by netizens yet. This middle-aged woman claimed to own a mansion with a 5 mua courtyard or 0.82 acres of land. She even had to take a break in the middle of strolling in her own garden. In Macau, where land is scarce, she owned 2 palaces with luxurious decoration. She owned a whole set of imperial green emeralds. Every time she appeared on camera, she must have diamonds on hand that were as big as pigeon eggs. Besides, she also owned many jewels and accessories that were worth millions of dollars, as well as many styles of brand name bags, clothes, and shoes. She has attended many public events with celebrities. In the event, she wore gorgeous outfits and jewelry and talked intimately with the stars. One of her most known tags is "There are always endless abalone at home." Based on the details in the video, some netizens guessed that this woman's real identity may be the wife of a tycoon in Hong Kong, but it hasn't been confirmed. This woman is also engaged in live stream selling. Chinese media reported that her recent live stream was on May 7th and that she averaged 2,500 to 5,000 items and 70,000 to 100,000 in sales over the last 3 months. Among them, beauty and skincare accounted for 36%, medicine and healthcare accounted for 22%, and daily supplies accounted for 18%. No one can determine the truth about this woman. But a lady named Cici who appeared in a video with her and who has over 10 million followers herself has been exposed as a private chef. Previously, Cici was known as the richest woman on Douyin, stewing away 100 abalone for a family dinner and was the wife from a rich family. Interestingly, after the abalone family sister's account was suspended, her good pal Cici quickly distanced herself and deleted the related videos of the two together. These are some of the top accounts on China's social media platforms for flaunting their wealth. There are many other online celebrities who have become famous for flaunting their wealth, just at a lower level and to a lesser extent. The formula of these online celebrities is almost similar. First, they are all packaged into a rich persona and then live streaming to sell. After research, we found that most of these web stars are backed by multi-channel networks or MCN companies. That is, organizations that provide people with services such as content planning, publicity and promotion, fan management, and contracting agents. Such companies invest huge sums of money in commercial packaging for amateur candidates. After the company identifies amateurs who meet the requirements, it rents villas and luxury vehicles as well as other luxury items for them. The company then films videos to create a rich persona with a mysterious background. Through creating a fake image of wealth, it attracts traffic and drives sales. In other words, the life of the rich and famous in Chinese social media such as Douyin and Xiaohongshu is most likely all fake. The ultimate goal of featuring luxurious lifestyles is to sell merchandise. In contrast to the battered and declining real economy, it seems that online stars have become the savior of national consumption. Chinese people seem to notice it as a way of striking a fortune. When searching Baidu for the phrase, how to go from amateur to web celebrity, you'll see more than 67 results. China's MCN companies have been growing rapidly. As early as 2020, the number of MCN organizations in China has grown from 150 in 2015 to more than 20,000 in 2019, nearly quadrupling from 5,000 in 2018. For example, there is a listed MCN company in China, Ruhan Holding. Its strategy for incubation of online celebrities is as follows: selecting candidates with 2,000 to 3,000 followers for screening. After signing the official contract, it will invest resources in creating a persona for the KOL or key opinion leader, producing content and releasing content on various platforms in the next 6 to 8 months, which will enable the person to grow rapidly to become a KOL with a fan base of 300,000 to 500,000 followers, a medium-sized online star. Subsequently, the company will cash in commercially by accepting ads and selling products through live streaming. Another MCN company has an even shorter cycle of creating new KOLs. It takes 3 to 6 months to tailor-make a persona and equip the newbie with a professional team of choreographers, directors, photographers, and editors. The purpose of all MCN companies is the same: to profit through web celebrities. Driven by this trend, it has become the dream of many young Chinese to support themselves by becoming an online star and even embark on the road to wealth. This is an old train station in Shandong province. An amateur singer suddenly became famous by singing here, so a large group of people swarmed here to broadcast their live performances. This is the city of Chengdu in southwest China. A bunch of people with the dream of becoming an online star are working. For MCN companies, flaunting wealth is a way to create online stars, and it doesn't seem to be a problem for the companies using it as a business model. However, this kind of crude way of flaunting wealth is rarely seen in Europe or America, not in other Asian countries either, such as Japan and Taiwan. Of course, apart from the fake rich people, there are also many real rich people showing off their wealth on Chinese social media platforms, such as the powerful CCP elites and the second generation of the government officials showing off their wealth. We reported a case in October last year. Let's take a look at the story. A few months ago, a blogger with the ID Arctic Catfish flaunted wealth online. She posted on social media, "I don't know where the money came from. I only know that my family has 9-digit savings. I can play on any platform I want or go to any country I want." The claim of 9-figure fortune, if true, is believed to be around tens of millions of US dollars in deposits. This blogger said, "What your family earns in a year, I spend it in a day." She had also run away, that is, left China. She added, "All the money in my family is paid for by the leaks. How can I not be joyful?" She teased her grandfather. The old man went to Guilin City pretending to be a fisherman selling fish. Next, he transformed into a man wearing a Western-style suit and became the Wolf of Wall Street in the US. He has it written on his face, "Feeling corrupt." She also named her grandfather's work title, saying, "When my grandfather was the traffic director, your grandfather was fixing people's feet on the street." The Arctic Catfish not only showed off her wealth, but what was more appalling was her description of China and the Chinese people. She called China a colony and Chinas. She called ordinary Chinese people leeks, fat pigs, lowly rats, inferior people, lowly animals, and so on. She described the difference between her life and that of the ordinary Chinese. "We all eat king crab and lobsters, and fat pigs deserve nothing but slop for New Year's Eve dinner." Whether it's the fake rich or the real rich, the Chinese style of flaunting wealth is blatant, cheap, and unabashed. Why has this Chinese style of showing off wealth, which has been going on for many years, suddenly been met with the iron fist of the CCP government? It's because China's economy is in a rapid decline. The unemployment rate is very high, various social conflicts are piling up, and people's discontent is building up. At the same time, a large number of real and fake rich people are flaunting their wealth on various occasions, reflecting the polarization between the rich and the poor, people's restlessness, lack of faith, and rampant arrogance of privileges in Chinese society. The CCP suddenly realized that such blatant flaunting of wealth would irritate the public. It's very likely that the public resentment against the polarization of the rich and the poor will turn to the CCP authorities, to the real tycoons, the CCP power elite. Here, in a city in a central province of China, 2 government-guaranteed financial companies have gone bust simultaneously, and many victims have gone to the county government to protect their rights. During the process, many of them have been arrested by the police. These are people in Kunming, Yunnan province. After spending their life savings on buying a home, they end up having to live in a rotten-tailed, unfinished building in the middle of the rubble.
I'm the homeowner of a rotten-tailed building in Kunming's new district, Noah's Ark. My husband and I came to Kunming from the countryside to work. We used our life savings and bought this rotten-tailed, unfinished building.
Many of the homeowners are homeless. They are already living in the rotten-tailed building. There's no electricity and no water. We have to carry water up like this every day. Is this what you eat? Yeah, there's nothing we can do. There's no water, there's no electricity.
My pension, my retirement money, and my parents' money all went into buying this home, but now the building has become rotten-tailed.
This is a provincial capital in northern China. Look at this bridge. There's a man standing every few meters. They are sent by the government to guard this bridge. This is because recently there have been a lot of people jumping off the bridge, people who can't find a way to live on. In the same province, a ceramics factory owes its workers 5 months of unpaid wages, and the workers are holding banners outside the factory to demand their pay. Imagine how these people feel when they see videos showing off wealth online. For the CCP, officials are useless in salvaging the rapidly declining economy and helping the people in distress. So all they can think of is to take down those videos of flaunting the wealth so as not to cause social upheaval. When it comes to flaunting wealth, the Chinese government has gotten into the habit of doing so in the international community over the years. It has been throwing money around the world, giving away free gifts, economic assistance, forgiving debts, and providing foreign students with better treatment than Chinese citizens. All these are in fact the government's acts of flaunting wealth. In the ancient Chinese traditions and classics, showing off is regarded as having poor manners. But in the CCP's party culture, the basic moral code of traditional Chinese culture has been wiped clean. In today's turbulent political environment in China, even for the really rich, affluence isn't something to brag about because it doesn't bring happiness or even longevity and peace of mind. Recently, more and more wealthy Chinese have passed away unnaturally. As early as 2011, Forbes cited an article in China Daily that in just 8 years, from 2003 to 2011, a total of 72 billionaires in China died. That is, on average, one died every 40 days. This report also showed that the average life expectancy of a Chinese billionaire was only 48 years. At the end of the article, the editor added a note. It reads, "I would be remiss if I didn't remind Chinese billionaires, you know who you are, that China carries out the death penalty more than the rest of the world combined, according to Amnesty International. So by being corrupt in any way, shape, or form is simply tempting fate. Remember, the big corruption no-nos are, and you should know these by heart, graft, bribery, embezzlement, backdoor deals, nepotism, patronage, and statistical falsification. They all lead to lethal injection. Have a nice day."